Today we're going to talk about the breath. So ideally, when we're breathing, it's a full three-dimensional breath. Breath and posture go together. So when we have a more ideal posture, it allows us to breathe more fully. When that happens, we don't get all those tightening of all those muscles in our neck and shoulders, right? Our pec minor right here, another culprit, the lower back. So when we're thinking about posture, think of the back of your body being elongated and lengthened up, right? So the back ribs are gonna lift up and then the front is gonna slide in. Same thing with the pelvis. It's tipped a little bit anteriorly, right? I'm not squeezing in my back to make that happen, right? It's just a little bit of a tilt. Same thing with the ribs, that little bit of a tilt. And then same thing with the head. So elongated from the back of the skull. So most of us hold quite a bit of tension in our back, in our hamstrings, and our neck. So if I tighten up my glutes and my hamstrings, that kind of tucks me under, and then I tighten up my back muscles here and hike that up, and then I end up tightening up my neck here, right? And that's how a lot of us have been taught to stand. Especially, I know that's how I learned to do lat pull, right? Everything tight. And what happens is we build a lot of tension and we cut off some of the passageway for that breath. So we end up breathing shallow. We're breathing up into our chest or down into our belly, but not in this whole column. So when we're trying to get our body to rest and relax and recover from all this hard work, we want to pay a little bit more attention to trying to find that more open back rib cage, more of an anterior tilt if we can, right, just slightly, and then just lined up. So relax through the glutes, relax through the hips, even let the belly hang out. I know we're not lifting anything right now, right, we're just at rest. So just kind of relax those muscles and relax the neck. So draw the chin in a little bit and put the skull back on top of the shoulders. Just as well as you're able to do. Does not have to be perfect by any means. Now take a breath. When you breathe in, slow it down. Try to breathe in and take a little more time than you normally would. And feel the expansion in your ribs. Pause, and then as you exhale, you can even put your hands here, try to visualize those ribs coming back in and down. So they're tilting in and down rather than leaving them out, right? So breathe in, feel the length in the back of your body, opening up the ribs. And as you exhale, letting them come back down. Some of us have trouble feeling that. So one little trick is to take a band, like a large flat band, okay, and just kind of wrap it around the bra line or kind of where you would put a heart rate monitor. I hold it in the opposite hand there, crisscross, and give it a little tension. So you're using the band to help you kind of pull those ribs down and together. Now when you breathe in, you're trying to expand the band. Then as I exhale, I'm letting him come back down. And inhale and exhale. So that's just a way to assist with them coming back in and also to give a little resistance to feel the force of that breath to spread it apart. Another trick is to round your back. So you exaggerate that natural thoracic curve, right? Normally might be just a little, and we can round it a little bit more. I could even be in quadruped or leaned on top of a chair. Actually, I have a handy dandy bar stool here, right? And I'm just gonna round my back a little bit and then breathe in and try again. I'm gonna try to feel a stretch increase in my back. Then again, as I exhale, I want to think of the ribs falling in together. Again, breathe into the back, relax the shoulders. Exhale, feel the ribs fall in. All right, so pick whichever one feels best to you to do your breathing exercise. Try to take your time, right? We tend to breathe very shallow and we tend to cut it off. So we'll breathe in and out, in, out, in, out. And instead, elongate the breath in and then pause for a moment, right? And then exhale. The exhale should take about twice as long for most of us as that inhale and pause. There's a great app you can get for your phone or on the Apple Watch called Breathe, and it just guides you through. It's a little shape that opens up wide as you breathe in and contracts as you exhale. So it's really good for relaxation. Now, when you're running or working out, here's the trick. You should still be able to feel that breath in that same column, right? So rib cage stacked over pelvis, lungs inflate, spread the ribs apart. The only difference is we got a little more happening, right, in those abdominals pulling in. But the diaphragm, right, which is like this bowl-shaped muscle up top, kind of tucks up in the ribs there, right? And your pelvic floor on the bottom. And then our abdominals, right? We've got our transverse abdominis. It kind of, this is an exaggeration here, but right, it kind of wraps around. We've got our internal and external obliques, rectus abdominis, erector spinae group down the middle of the back. Got all these muscles that form the walls, right? And then we've got the diaphragm on the top and the pelvic floor on the bottom. It's like a can, right? Cheers. So it's just like that can. And when you breathe in, you want that whole can to inflate and fill. And when you exhale, just visualize all those muscles coming in around the spine. All right, so when we're running, stretch out your breath. See if you can breathe in, pause, and then exhale. Since it's our recovery day, if you're running or walking at an easier pace today, you can breathe just like that. Nice and relaxed, long, slow breaths. If you're pushing your pace, you're probably going to have a faster turnover, but still want to be mindful of stretching it out as much as you can. That will help you keep from getting tension in your shoulders and your lower back, right? As we start tightening up and leaning back, we cut it off. It's like we took this can, I'm not going to do it, but I'll spill my drink. It's like we took this can and we just broke it, right? And if I break that, then everything kind of goes haywire. I need to preserve the integrity of our core, right? Which is this canister, ribs, lower back, and pelvis. So when we're breathing, 3-dimensional breath into that space, right? When you exhale, tighten. When you inhale, expand. So have at it. Enjoy your recovery day.